because from my opinion, just in how like consensus process works, is we can have consensus on a bunch of different options. Say it's I want to go outside versus I want to stay inside. Even if I let's say I want to go outside, so it comes time to vote, let's stay inside, I might still vote this, but because I see as the group, we could still all stay inside and that would still be fine. Or I could vote this way and say, I'm more for going outside, but I still think that the group would be fine with that. That's still consent. I still think we can have consensus to stay inside. We can next have, consensus on the proposal to go outside, and I can also make these hand signals for that. So we can have two true proposals that we both have consensus on that are directly opposed to each other, inside or outside. But we know that the group is fine with both of them. So if we come to something where we have two different consensus and opposition, then you can vote between them. So for me, in terms of coming to consensus, I think more things for me err towards up. Because if I don't actually think it's going to harm the group, which would be down, then I'm actually going to go up. But if people want to express that in the middle, that's just sort of more information. But I think that might be a good way to say, I'm not convinced, but I'm okay with it being consensus.
At this point, I didn't want to interrupt you. We've passed 7 minutes for this.
Okay, so we have a time. So let's start. So the
quick point, we can also, if we see a bunch of these and it's not clear, if it's consensus, we can always ask everybody look around, is that enough to be consensus? And then people can, on a completely separately vote, by consensus. Like, I might have voted yes for it, but I see a whole bunch of no votes and think, oh, that's not consensus, that's a no-no. So we can solve those problems as part of the process.
No, it's just more or less, wouldn't it be the case you would be doing more of the clarifying questions if you had too many people that are in the middle? Wouldn't more people be...
Hey brother, what motivated you to come down here and join the occupation?
The biggest motivation for me is deep ecology, which is the appreciation and respect and the revitalization of nature.
What do you think your generation, you're going to inherit the empire?
Absolutely.
And how do you feel in your generation? How old are you, sir?
23 years old.
And what does this really mean to you and your generation?
What it means to me is that because of corporate greed and financing, on an ecological standpoint, we have chemicals that we're sending into our atmosphere and that we're creating in our country that take 500,000 years, 500,000 years, to leave our atmosphere. And as an inheritor of this land, I believe it is my responsibility to do every single thing I can, whether it's researching, whether it's keeping my nose in books, whether it's talking to people, whether it's writing. We need to do all that we can to get this message out, to build numbers, and to really occupy every square foot of this country together.
Is this your first time ever at a protest?
Yes.
Wow. What does all your friends and family think?
I have a few friends that love me. They're amazing brothers and sisters, and they support me. Some of them are here. A lot of them are here. A lot of them I've met here. My family is pretty ignorant to everything that's going on, like a lot of people. But I love my family, and I understand that their ignorance is just another repercussion and result of everything, the corporate greed, the illusions, not getting enough information out there, keeping information from us, and all we can do is to spread this message, to communicate and love one another, because that is what, truth is. It's undeniable, and we could spread it, and it's everywhere, and truth really is undeniable. There's nothing you can do. It's legitimate, and there's nothing that those people up there that are controlling everything can say. If we have enough people rallied around a true, eternal respect for what's going on in our lives personally and together as communities and cities, as a nation, we will come together, and in time, we will flourish.
Right. Hey, well, hey, thank you very much. As an old dinosaur that's been in the movement all my life, you guys give me hope.
That's beautiful.
And a lot of people from my generation, really.
When people like you say that to me, it makes me feel so honored. It makes me feel so honored because people my age do not understand this. And to have, you know, more mature people that have more experience and been around longer just tell us that we're inspired and that we give you hope, that's a blessing. And that gives us the strength to go on at night, to watch this public square, to keep everyone safe. That gives us the energy to go around, to ride our bikes, to get information, to do research. We love it. It's a blessing, it's awesome, and we can't wait to see what happens. And this right here is like a college application for what we're gonna be doing for the next 15 to 20 years. And I'm really excited to see where everyone here is gonna end up, what states they're gonna be in, maybe even other countries, and we need to stick together because this is beautiful, it's awesome, and we have a future in this.
Right.
And in the old paradigms, there is no future.
Well, brother, you and all these kids down here are the future of America and the world, the future leaders.
Awesome.
And I know it's in good hands. It gives me hope. God bless you. I love you, brother.
I love you.
Our survival bags. That's M-Y-L-A-R. M-Y-L-A-R. Losing my voice. Yeah, and I guess those are just like sub-zero temperatures. They're like perfect for sleeping in. So if anyone really wants to go out, I heard they're real cheap too. Oh, thank you. Yes. Be-cola. Another thing we think would help to organize things is getting walkie-talkies to either Night Watch or to facilitators, coordinators, so we can be peacekeepers, keep people in communication between here and over there, or like here and a march. Is there any, I think that's all we have. If you can think of anything else, come. Do you have anything else right now?
I just had a question. Bins the other day.
We have some, but we need more.
Right. Were they okay? Were they good? Or?
Yeah.
A lot of churches are like that. Put the word out, we the people.
It's the same as nationwide. I tried nationwide, with the exception of getting minorities more involved.
The exception of getting more minorities involved.
I was wondering if a piece of their mission would be utilized for minorities. I'm sure you should say okay.
Group has been on the smaller side. There was somebody who was originally the leader, I think, who had to go back to Youngstown, younger guy. You know, education hasn't really seemed to be received too much response, so I was wondering, is that something that needs to be maybe morphed into another group, whether it's outreach, because as outreachers you're educated. Because it's more abstract or where a lot of people are being drawn to education, should it be morphed into another group?
So what do you think about this occupation, man?
I love it.
Right now, power to the people. God bless you.
Just here, things that are organized, and then follow and talk about second.
Sir, what motivated you to come down here to occupy Cleveland against Wall Street and corporate greed?
Well, I just happened to be in town visiting, and it just sounded interesting, and I agree with everything I've been hearing. I'm a victim like everybody else, and so that's why I'm here.
Do you think the people of this country around the world have to stand up for justice and make it a better day for our kids and our grandkids?
Oh, yes, definitely, yes. Definitely.
You know, do you think Martin Luther King would be smiling right now if he was around today?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah. I mean, because I've been in the movement almost my whole life. And a lot of people my age, we're really taken back by all these young people speaking out for justice. The hope is back.
Yeah, absolutely. I was encouraged just by seeing all the young folk that's here. It's great. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah.
Right.
They got a lot of energy, which I don't, but I'll give it all.
Yeah, same here. I know. Well, sir, thank you very much for your wisdom.
All right.
God bless.
Okay, all right, hey. Occupy Cleveland and Occupy Cleveland supporters. They're definitely in a desperate need for any kind of storage. We've been getting a lot of donations, which is awesome, but unfortunately no real place to put it. We've been keeping things in like boxes falling apart. If we can get some nice big bins or something with drawers, that'd be great. Also, if you are donating food, donate some food that we can eat like either raw or cook it for us. We've been getting donations of like microwave popcorn or like macaroni and cheese like uncooked. We have no means right now to cook. So either give us some like Nutri-Grain bars, Cliff bars, apples, bread, or cook us a meal. We like meals. So those are definitely good things. Yeah, sleeping bags always help. Anything else, get them some stuff. Get us support. That's what we want.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get it out there and we'll tell people to start donating and helping out with the cause.
Yes, very appreciated.
Right on.
If you want, you can grab some cardboard and make a sign.
Ma'am, why are you down here supporting the occupation against Wall Street and corporate greed?
Actually, I just came down here to get me a t-shirts painted. I mean, that's to just see what you guys was doing.
What do you think people have to do to rise up and start demanding our rights and fight for justice in this country?
Do what y'all doing now and vote and, maybe sign petitions.
Are you going to stay with the occupation and support it?
Yeah.
Nice. And your name?
Nikki Thomas.
Well, very nice to meet you, and God bless you, and thank you for your service to humanity.
Bye.
Working through meetings, we have a board over there where you can put a schedule for it.
So, Marion, what do you think about the occupation against Wall Street?
I think it's a beautiful chance to learn how to argue, to put your own views down with assertion, a lot of good assertiveness, but yet be willing to listen to the other side, and really, hope to hear people and how they are suffering too, Like the conservatives, they are suffering too from this global warming, and they really know that we've got to save the earth too, So, to do this together to save the earth. My about the XK pipeline in Canada that they want to put up that, I don't have the name right, but the XK pipeline in Canada is going to go through forest land, virgin forest land that the Indians have been using for hunting, and a lot of people have been using it for recreation, and they want to destroy this forest just for this pipeline, because so much of it seeps out, They say, oh, we'll have these instant warning, but look at, even now, Perfection Bay, they have that oil leakage.
Well, Marion, you've been in the
beaches.
You've been in the movement for years.
Yeah.
I knew you since the 70s.
Yeah.
What vibe do you get hope from this movement?
Yeah, because I think that they really want to, not just accuse Wall Street, but just ask for, inclusion in the world prosperity, because the world is prospering.